I always start off by asking people to tell them about yourself. Where'd you
About
come from?
myself.
Where'd you come from? What you do?
Right, well, my name is Emmett McElhinney, also known as That Irish Guy. I'm based here in, well, close to Seattle, Washington, on the west coast of the United States, little fishing town called Gig Harbor. I live in right next to the water. The water's right outside the window over there. And I was born in County Tyrone, up the Tyrone, in a town called Oma. 1974. Born to a very musical family. My great uncle is the legendary Tommy Makem and the Clancy brothers, and so there was always music in our house. I work in pest control during the day, but you gotta pay the bills.
Without a doubt.
You know, bills gotta be paid. Unless you're making big money like you, Keith. You know, you're not gonna pay money play. You're not gonna pay your bills playing music on a part-time basis.
I make loads of money out of this.
I know that feeling. I've been doing this I've been playing in bands since I was, say, 13. I'm about 46. Yeah, I was playing, but I was playing in thrash metal bands at that time.
I tell you, I need to dive into this now.
I was a drummer.
Yeah,
that's what I started out as. I started out playing the drums for, say, death metal bands, which doesn't take that much expertise, to be quite honest. not when you're 13, 14 years old. You just hit the things, make a noise.
And
basically it.
What type of music? Like, obviously being from the north of Ireland, like fucking stiff little fingers, stuff like that.
No, heavy, way heavier.
Heavier again.
Oh yeah, we're trying even heavier than. Oh, you probably would never heard of Behemoth and all this weird dark metal from Sweden, and that's what I started at. And I never had long hair. I can never have long hair. I have natural afro. I got a big blonde afro, so that's why I keep my hair. That's why I keep my hair like this.
The Irish afro.
Oh yeah, I'm the albino Jimi Hendrix. Right? Yeah, that's me.
So, what got you over to Seattle?
A woman.
A woman.
A woman. Yeah, fell in love online. Met her online and came over here. I got out of my first marriage and decided on fresh change, fresh start. Came over here, lived in Phoenix for 5 years, and if you've ever been to Phoenix, it's not a place for a, blonde-haired, fair-skinned Irishman. Let me tell you, when it's
that's Arizona, is it?
Yeah, when it's 45 degrees during the day. That's centigrade for the Irish people. It's like 118 degrees Fahrenheit. It's brutal. I mean brutal. But I fell in with a guy in Phoenix, a guy called Chuck Morris. And he was sort of the granddaddy of all music in Phoenix. And he hooked me up with a PA system and a guitar, and he got me some gigs, and it just took off from there.
Nice.
That's the whole Irish Guy thing came about because I would advertise myself as Emmett McElhinney, and no one could say it, including yourself, and no one would remember it.
And I say in the Dublin accent.
Nobody could remember it, Keith. That was the thing. They would say, "Oh, I was out last night and I saw." They couldn't remember the name, so my wife just came up with That Irish Guy. I saw That Irish Guy last night, and it sort of stuck. And it has stuck for the past 50 years.
Do you know what? It is brilliant. It's a brilliant name to have. Like
it's brilliant here. It's brilliant here. But if I ever go back home, which probably can't do it, so I'm just going to be that guy. Because everybody else is That Irish Guy.
No, but even now, like I talk to my friends, and like nobody has that name as a musician, especially in Ireland, because like it's not something that you come up with. But if I talk to my friends, and anytime like I'm talking to say, Emmett, and they say, "Who's Emmett?" That Irish guy. They know you.
Yeah.
Like, even.
I know it is a good name, and it has stuck. and I've done quite well out of it. I'm gonna keep it.
Yeah, 100%. Like that's it. It's amazing.
It's it's a funny quandary because I'm recording my second album at the minute, and I want to be known for my songwriting. It's all going to be original songs, and I'd like people to know my name as in Emmett McElhinney. It wasn't written by that Irish guy. It was written by.
Yeah.
It's a funny quandary, but I mean, as I say, the name has been very successful for me, so I'm not going to change it any time in the near future.
No, I think it's great, and at the end of the day, once people get to know that Irish guy, they'll know who's behind the Irish guy.
Eventually, so. I'm really looking forward to this new album. The last album came out in 2014.
14.
And that was recorded in a dive bar in Phoenix. a great place called O'Connor's. It was run by an Irishman called Jimmy O'Connor from Galway. He's dead now, God rest him. He's a good man, and but it wasn't my greatest piece of. It's all traditional folk songs, but a lot of bad language and blue stuff and.
Sure. What else could you ask for?
It's a dive bar.
Yeah, but what's the name of the album? No,
that's just called Live on the Row.
Live on the Row.
Yeah, live on the Row.
Yeah, I know you have an album in the works at the moment, and you're just waiting on getting the finishing touches to it. And
yes,
you have some amazing songs in it that I've heard.
I'm looking forward. I've been working on it for quite a while, but with this whole COVID thing, it is throwing everything awry. What you would normally do is get everybody together who's going to play, practice and practice and practice and practice till you've got it down to a T. Go into the studio, record, done.
Yeah.
But with this COVID thing, you have to go in one at a time, and it's $50 an hour.
Yeah, $50.
So you know what that's okay if everybody's get in together. It's $50 an hour. But if I have to do my vocals and guitar, then send in a bass player, and he takes 6 or 7 hours to get all his stuff done, and somebody else, it just mounts up. It's just.
Yeah,
I'm not a rich man by any means.
Would you call yourself a perfectionist when it comes to recording?
Maybe not so much when it comes to songwriting. When it comes to recording, yeah. See what's recording.
Yeah.
And that's why I like to. I'll record everything. I'll listen to it back once, and then I'll send it off to someone else to mix it. Because I'm too much of a perfectionist. Yeah. I'll tweak at it and tweak and tweak. It's like that classic scene from Father Ted when he has the dent in the car. You remember that?
Yeah.
Just tapping it out until it looks terrible. I do the same. I tweak and tweak and tweak, and then it sounds like rubbish.
And then,
God damn it!
And then it turns out what the car looks like at the end.
Yes, it does. Absolutely. I'll send it off to someone else with a fresh pair of ears who hasn't heard it before, and because if you listen over and over and over, your ears do get tired.
Yeah, and like especially like you're saying, you're a perfectionist when it comes to that kind of recording, because like listen, at the end of the day, it's your music, and you want the best that you have. Like we have Cordy Lennon. And we have Laura and Lisa Blue.
Oh yeah.
And so
hi Lisa.
Say hello to the lot of them. But so you are one of the lucky ones at the moment. You got to go and do a gig, and you played a couple of gigs.
I did 3 gigs in a row there. I played Thursday, Friday and Saturday night.
Yeah. And
it was nice.
It was amazing. Now I watched all of your gig there you done on Friday. Was it Friday?
Oh, that was at the Harp.
Yeah, it was amazing. Like just even to watch it back, and it was great that you were able to share it live with. And is that something that you're going to do in the future? Is like anytime you're going to do lives, you're going to share.
100% sure. I found myself. It's hard to split your time between the live audience and the audience on your phone or your iPad or whatever you have. And people were asking for requests on Facebook, and people in the audience were asking for requests. And I have a set list I'm trying to get through at the same time.
Yeah.
I go, for God's sake. And then I missed a really important one for two good friends of mine had their anniversary. And
it was The Voyage, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was The Voyage. It really bummed me out that I'd missed it on the night of their anniversary. But I eventually got round and done it to just a video for them. But
yeah,
I think I will, but it'll probably with the stipulation that you can watch, but I mightn't see you. I mightn't talk to you.
Yeah.
You know, when you have my act requires a lot of audience participation. You know, I get people to, you know, yourself, Whiskey in the Jar, along with the stupid clapping they do here, and all that sort of thing. And I love to get people involved in the song. Whereas when you're doing a live stream, that's non-existent.
Yeah, yeah.
You can't get them to do a shout out.
And especially,
well, I can, but I mean, I can when I do that Era Oak song, when I do that "Go On Home, British Soldiers." I do that one, and people will say that it's got rough language in it, and I get people to type "FU" onto the screen. It's just this big, huge list of "FU" coming up on the thing, but it's not the same. Being in a pub's complete when the pubs here are only at 25% capacity, but when they're packed, and you're doing a song like that, and there's 300-400 people all screaming the words back at you, or screaming the words of your song back at you, there's no feeling like it in the world.
Yeah.
Nice. It's an unbelievable feeling. Or when someone comes up and shakes your hand, where was it? I think it might have been at O'Connor's when I wrote that song 66 Days for Bobby Sands. And somebody came up and they were from Belfast and they knew the family and they were crying because they just loved the song so much. And that feeling is indescribable.
I can only imagine.
You know, you impart so much emotion into the song yourself, but then they get it too. Some of my songs are just stupid. They're just ridiculously. They're supposed to be funny. I find them funny. Other people might say, "What?" But
that's what you want. Like